Hello, and welcome to Lumpia and Latkes. I'm Jay, a Filipino American.
And I'm Mitch, an American Jew. We are friends
and former co-workers.
We riff all day at work and decided to create this podcast for extended conversations on anything that intrigues us.
We won't always get it right, but we'll do what we can. Thanks for joining us. This episode. So, if everybody knows, like we've mentioned it here, it's no secret. We both work in the field. We're field technicians, right? We go from place to place fixing stuff, and this was back on Thursday. I work 4 10-hour days, right? So Thursday is my first day back. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. So it started as a normal day, right? I worked 2 calls. And then I got to my third, and I'm turning from, well, you'll know this, Mitch, but other people probably won't. Turning from Tidewater Drive, there's a little service road next to all those businesses, right? Turning from there into a parking lot that's basically near the Fuddruckers. And I'm...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the right.
It's like a feeder lane.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the right side because I got to make my right like you would be. And I got my turn signal on, right? Starting to make that turn, and what should happen but a white sedan? I don't have the make, model, license plate number. I don't even know what the driver looks like. Like drives on the right side of me instead of the left, and clips me and hits the front right side of my work vehicle.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, hits right up there. I thought they were going to stop.
But you're not at fault.
No.
You're not at fault.
I'm not at fault, not at all.
Great.
I have everything.
And,
I thought they would have stopped.
On there now too.
Well, I'll get there, but I thought they would have stopped. I thought they would have stopped. Yep. Right? They didn't. They kept going. They didn't stop. They got down to the stoplight and made their right. I'm like, son of a bitch. So
they just kept on going.
Yeah. So I'm driving into the thing, and now I notice, I got to fight the wheel because the fucking alignment is messed up. Like, great, cool. So I pull into a parking spot, and then I call our fleet company. And then
actually, you should have called 911.
I know, but I just want to get a tow truck going first. I'm like, screw it, man. But so I called the fleet company. I told them what happened. They're like, okay, we'll get you a tow truck. We'll get you set up to Mako, the body shop, and we'll get you a rental set up, right? Okay, cool.
Sure. So
tow truck, they call them and they say, all right, they're saying 90 minutes for a dispatch. I'm like, 90 minutes? Okay, well, I have no real choice. You can't make it any quicker, huh?
Yep.
They said, no.
You sure don't.
I said, okay. So, all right, I'll just be here waiting. So 90 minutes comes and goes. No phone call. They don't show. I'm like, okay, let me call the fleet company again. And they're like, oh, that's weird. Let's escalate that for you. Give us another hour. I said, another hour? That's not really escalation.
Another hour? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's what they said. Like, okay, fine. So 60 minutes comes and goes, still no phone call. I called them back again, and now they're like, oh, what? That's unacceptable. That's crazy. And I'm like, well, it was unacceptable the first time. Why is it unacceptable all of a sudden?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're like, all right, we'll cancel that first dispatch. The one that ghosted you.
Wow.
And we'll set you up in another dispatch, and that's with another company, I think it's C&T Towing, right?
Okay.
So at that point, it's, let's see, $450, and the rental is set up to Hertz, and Hertz closed that day at 5 p.m. And there was no way I was going to make it, right? So at that point, I called them back up, said like, hey, I really need a rental because I need this for work purposes. Can we switch this to another location that's open later or like anything like that? And they're like, yeah, you can, but we can't do it for you. You have to call her. The company is Hertz that the rental set up to. You have to call Hertz directly. You had to call Hertz directly so they can change it. I'm like, okay, sure. God. So the whole time that I had that rental, the rental set up, I had the email and it said call them directly at the local Hertz edition. I was like, okay,
sure.
It has their phone number. I called them at least 6 times, and no one's picking up the phone. I go to look at their Google Maps page, and apparently that's just a recurring theme with this damn place, where it says 1 stars across the board, and said they don't pick up the phone, the cars are dirty, the staff is rude.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, great, this is the one the guy chose for me? Cool. So when they told me to call them, it's like, I already did that, so there's no other number on the dang email that came from the fleet company. I was like, okay, let me just find a generic number for Hertz. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I find it, and then they transfer me over to the fleet line that's at Hertz, and said, "Oh, you're with ARI, right?" It's like, yeah, ARI, whatever, sure.
Yep.
You know, and then they said, "Yeah, we can't change that for you. Your fleet company has to do it." And I said, "They sent me to you." And then they're like, "Oh, well, we can't do it." And then they, they said, "Sorry, sir."
way.
I said, "Okay, great, fine, whatever." And then at that point, I'm really ticked off. I'm like, "Okay, I've been here for many hours. I've been here many hours. Like, this all started at 10 a.m. in the morning. At this point now, it's 5 o'clock.
God.
It's 5 o'clock.
Uber.
So I'm sitting
lock
there.
The doors to the vehicle and Uber it.
Yeah. But I'm sitting there, and then I call up, our manager. The manager for the company I work for. And then he says, "Oh, first I type it all on Microsoft Teams, which is a chat that we all use for the company." And then he responds back, like, after I type this long ass paragraph. He says, "Oh, well, what you gotta do is call them up and tell them you want to change it from that location to another location." I said, "Sir, I did that. That's in the paragraph that I wrote."
I did that.
And then he's like, "Oh, well, call them back up and tell them that your manager wants to speak to them." I said, "Okay."
Oh my God.
So
okay, sure.
I called them back up. I called the fleet company, and they said, and I told them that my manager wants to speak to them. They're like, "Oh, wait, we can fix that for you." And then they cancel out the Hertz rental and set up an Enterprise. I'm like, okay.
God, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, well, at least there's something. And Enterprise closes at 6. So I'm like, all right, maybe I got a shot. It's a long shot, but I got a shot. So I'm still sitting there. And then
where are you sitting? You're still in the same spot.
Still in the same spot.
Where's the van?
It's in one of the parking spaces.
Oh, okay, but it's not been picked. It hasn't even been towed yet.
Nope, not yet.
Oh my God.
So
okay, all right.
Then
this is getting good.
I know, right? This is a hell of an ordeal I went through on Thursday. So then, what is it? The 60 minutes that was, the 75 minutes that was given as a estimated tow time for CNT towing comes up, and then CNT towing actually calls me. So I'm like, okay, cool. At least somebody called me. And this guy says, "Hey, man, I know I got your request for the dispatch, but we're going to shift change. It's going to be at least another hour." And I said, wait.
God.
Hold on a second. I said, I know it's not your fault. You have no idea what's going on, but I have been here since 10 a.m. I need you to try and escalate this. No one has been here. Right. I am sitting here in somewhat cold because I'm like, we're not really allowed to idle vehicles. I'm like turning it on and off.
Right.
And then he's like, "Wow, you've been there that long?" He said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I can try to escalate it for you, but once we're going to shift change, it's really hard to make it change." It's like, okay, fine, whatever. But thank you for calling. And then 60 minutes that he said comes and goes, and I don't get another phone call. I don't get anything. I'm like, okay.
Are you kidding me?
So
now you're into 7 o'clock?
Yeah. So, and then, of course, the Enterprise.
And you miss Enterprise.
Yeah,
Enterprise. Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. So then I call the fleet company back up again. I said, "Hey, this guy is the second time. The first company ghosted me. Now this second guy is, I don't know, at least he called me, but he's not showing up." And they're like, "What? That's unacceptable." It's like, yeah, it's not the first person that said that. But they're like, "Okay, let me escalate it." And then this lady, she leaves me on hold for about 30 minutes. And at that point, then the guy from CNT towing calls me and says, "Hey, I'm 10 minutes out." I'm like, fucking thank God. Okay, great. I appreciate it. I'll still be here. It's like, "You're still there?" It's like, yeah. Wow. He said, "Yeah, I would have just left the keys and then, come back to it later." It's like, I'm not leaving the keys. I'm not leaving the keys in Norfolk.
Seriously, pal,
it's not a good location. Like, I am not doing that, sir. With the with at least the tens of thousands of stuff that's in the vehicle? No.
Exactly.
I'm not. I'm on the
Exactly.
line
Yeah.
for that. No, no, no. So I'm sitting here.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I'm on the
he's
hook
like,
for that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, okay, well, 10 minutes. Said, okay, great. The lady comes back on the phone and said, all right, so we're gonna cancel your dispatch. We're gonna give you another dispatch. Like, no, 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 no. Stop. 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 The guy said he's 10 minutes out. All right. He said, oh, okay,
What?
great. Yeah.
Oh
All right, well,
God.
let's know how it goes. Yeah, sure. So 10 minutes. At that point, one of our coworkers shows up. He was on the things I can mention him. Brian, right? Brian
Oh
shows up,
wow.
and then because he got the call that I originally went to that parking lot for, he got it sent to him. I had to spend it obviously because I
Right.
wouldn't do anything.
Right.
He shows
Because you
up,
had to take care of your shit. Yeah.
right? So he shows up. He looks at the vehicle. He's like, "Yeah, it looks like there's a piece of metal coming out too." I'm like, "What? A piece of metal, bro?
What?
Great, great." Yeah, so
Wow.
something's broke on it. It's like, okay. He does me a solid. He gets the parts I had to send back to FedEx. He takes them because I don't want
Oh,
to be
that's
on the
nice of
naughty
him.
list for stuff. I'm like, cool.
Sure. Sure.
I even give him a shout out on our internal thing. It's a,
Aw.
it's like, hey, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shout out thing. I remember doing that. But guess what? It
Yeah.
gives you nothing.
No,
It
they
gives you
actually.
nothing.
Let me tell you, they changed that now. This is new.
Oh
That
yeah.
that system that we have for the shout out
Uh huh.
thing. Um,
Uh huh.
the boss didn't say it in this way, but I don't remember saying it anyway. It changed to where if you don't get any shout outs,
Mm-hmm.
the maximum you can get as far as like a rating, like our company does a rating out of 5, the maximum you can get
Right.
is 3.5. You're screwed on the remaining
If you get no
1.5.
shout outs
You
at
get no
all,
shout outs. The most you can get is barely over average. I'm like,
what if
that's
you get one shout
crap.
out?
I don't know. There's probably a prorated amount somewhere, but we don't have the exact numbers. Who knows? I'm like, that's real crap. I'm like, what?
I
You can't.
agree.
You
I
like this
agree.
is. It was never explained in that way. It was more just like,
No.
hey, if somebody does something nice for you, make sure you put a shout out there so they get the credit. And then it's like, cool. And then we were all thinking like,
When did he tell you this?
that was that was let's see, I want to say it was a couple weeks ago. And it's like,
Well,
and it's like been that.
the good news is that it's the first of the year.
Yeah,
So
but he still hasn't done
it
our reviews
was
from the past year, and apparently this was all supposed to be a thing for the past year. So everybody that's been on this, unless they somehow got shout outs, max can get for that past year 3.5, which is
sounds
bullshit.
like a sounds like an HR nightmare.
I know. That's what I'm like. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. The people. The people that would get mad over that. They probably have already opened the thing. Um.
Well, I
Oh.
mean,
Yeah.
dude, I'm sorry, but if there is, as we've said before, if it's a whole section
Yeah.
that puts in this complaint,
Yep.
hopefully
Yeah.
that will get notice.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And if it doesn't get any notice,
Yeah.
well, then that just speaks volumes to the company.
This company. Well, I've made my points pretty clear. I think I'm on this already.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm still actively
Hmm.
looking for alternate employment because this
Oh, there you
company's a
go.
joke. This company's a joke. Ever since they did a
So,
company split, it's been a joke.
I'm assuming that the vehicle did get towed. Where did it get towed to?
Yeah. So let me get back to that. So,
Okay,
Brian leaves with the parts. I'm like, cool. And then
right.
the guy shows up, and then that parking lot is super small, right?
Yes,
And he
yes.
has a flatbed pickup truck because he's gonna put the whole thing on there. Like, okay, and then he said, all right, well, you can get my vehicle. You gotta drive me anyway. So yeah,
Hmm.
sure.
Hmm.
And he's
Hmm.
like, I can't get the angle on it that I need to get your vehicle up. I'm like, huh. Uh, at that
Do you
point,
have a
I'm
flat
like,
tire at
look.
that point? Can you move the
No,
vehicle?
that's why I said like, well, the vehicle kind of moves. It moves enough that I can get it out and get you a straight shot. I
Right.
said, okay, cool. I
Hmm.
move it out
All
and he
right.
picks it up. I'm like, cool, great. And then he takes me
Cool.
back to Mako, which Mako, the one that was chosen for me. Of course, there's no drop box, so I'm like, okay, great,
Closed. Yep.
closed and
Hmm.
no drop box. So he's like, all right, I'm
Yep.
gonna leave it right in front of their cameras so they know it's here. And then
Hmm.
I would take my key and not leave it, and then that way you can come back to it and let them know what's going on. Said, yeah, absolutely, because
Oh my
I'm not leaving this
gosh.
unlocked. So I
Okay.
had to deal with it the next day, and then I get an
Yep.
Uber to go back from there back to home. At that point, my schedule is for everybody that's listening is 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. right? Because I worked 10 hours, but it's really 11, but then you get the hour
Yep.
lunch unpaid.
Yep.
So at this point, it was like 7 o'clock, right? And I just straight up told the boss, like, hey, I know there are calls to run. But after all the crap I've gone through, being in this parking lot for all this time,
I'm going home.
I think I'm done. He's like, I completely understand that. Like, yeah. So, I get home. It's 7:45.
Well, it's not like you could go out anywhere. You don't have a
No.
rental vehicle.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. I mean, let's bygone big bygones on that one. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
But,
I wouldn't even have approached that as nicely as you did. You were a hell of a lot nicer guy than I would
hey,
have been.
man. Hey, man. It was a day. My mind was already all over the place. I'm like, let me just let him know. And then, because, there's also the possibility, like, Brian so nicely said, like, hey, I'm off on Friday anyway. You can and I don't work the weekend. You can come get my vehicle and then you can still work. I'm like, no, thank you.
God, no.
I don't want to do that.
No.
Why would I want to work on a day that I just been through the crap?
Yep.
So I go home. I still get OT.
Oh, it's not just that. It's not just that, Jay. It's not just that. Not everybody keeps a clean vehicle.
That's true. It's very true.
Not everybody keeps their vehicle maintained the way you keep your vehicle maintained.
That's true. And that's not saying anything about Brian. That's just
untamed.
Straight up.
And I'm not saying it to Brian's defense and all that kind of stuff as well. No. But I'll be fair as well. There are some vehicles I can't sit in. They are just so daggone uncomfortable. The Chevy vans that we had, I could not sit in that seat for more than 2 hours without immense lower to mid back pain.
Right.
And I don't know why. I have no idea why. But every one of those vehicles that I had driven that was a Chevy, forget it. The Mercedes, fine, no problems. Everything was great. The Chevy, hour and a half, 2 hours tops. Such excruciating back pain, and then it would just carry over for the rest of my day. It was and it was brutal. It was. So
I had similar things, and then eventually, once I got one of those bamboo cushions, I solved that problem. Yeah. But everybody has different responses. So
right. So
the next morning,
Friday.
Yeah, the next morning, Friday. Enterprise opens at 8 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get my vehicle first thing because I need to. On that Friday, I had another appointment, another scheduled appointment for work to go meet someone so they could do their thing.
Sure.
So, I go to Enterprise and they're lovely. It's a great place. The fact that they called the previous day and they're like, hey, just, we got your reservation. Okay, cool. And then I showed up there and they said, all right, let me just get your ID. Cool. And we're going to set you up with I know you're going to like this, a Chrysler Palisade.
Pacifica.
Pacifica?
Chrysler Pacifica. It's a Pacifica. Hyundai makes the Palisade.
Oh, yeah, it's a Chrysler Pacifica. Sorry. But yeah, that's a wonderful vehicle.
I know because I drive a Pacifica.
That's so wonderful. That's why I was like, oh yeah, for sure. That's a wonderful vehicle. God. It feels good.
It's okay.
Hey, the one they gave me was clean.
I mean, mine's clean-ish too. Yeah. I need to vacuum it out and wipe down the dash and everything, but the outside's filthy from all the salt and sand and whatever else is on the road. But I got there less than 7 minutes. I was on my way. I'm like, this is fantastic. Hertz would never. Nice, wonderful.
So
that's wonderful.
I'm on my way, and then I head to Mako so I can give them the key and tell them, hey, here's what's going on.
Right.
And they said, okay, great. So after that, I gotta make that appointment. And at this point, it's like 8:30. I'm looking for. We have to have certain keys to be able to access the equipment, and the keys.
Right.
I can't find them. I'm looking on my person.
No way.
I'm looking in my bag. I even look back in the van, the work fleet vehicle, not the rental, and I'm like, where are my keys? So I have to drive back home. I'm looking there again, like maybe I left them on the side table, maybe I left them on the drawer. Nope. And I looked through my bag again, and there it is. I'm like, why didn't I find this the first time? And now I'm heading to the scheduled call and the appointment. And at that point, it's 9:15. I was supposed to be there at 9 o'clock. So,
oops. Did you call them?
No, because I'm going through all this crap. Like, I'm not in my right state of mind. I went to a fucking hit and run. So,
yeah, I get it.
The the guy, the point of contact for the customer, not the guy that has to do the work, but the other point of contact, calls up our other coworker, Kendrick, and he says like, "Hey, who was supposed to be here at 9:00? Because the guy that's on site says there's no one there, and he's been waiting for a while."
Yeah.
It's like, all right, just tell him 9:35. I will be there at 9:35. My GPS says that. And then he's like, all right, just make sure he's going to the right location. Says, yes, I know where I'm going, and I tell him the address. He's like, okay, cool. And then I get there, and the guy who's there for the scheduled appointment is the guy I dealt with the previous day, because I also had a scheduled appointment for another location.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right? And then he said, cool. he sees me pull up, and he sees me get out, and then he comes out too. It's like, where's your workman? And then I had to go into tell him the whole rigmarole. And at that point, I've told him. I told that story like 7 times to different people, because everybody's wants to know what's going on. I'm like, okay, right. And then he's like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah. It's like, well, at least you're okay. I said, physically, mentally, I don't know, but physically, yes. And then he does his thing, gets his work done, and off we go. But that is the endeavor I had to go through.
Well, okay, let's back up for a minute, Jay.
Yeah.
At what point in time did you call the police?
Yes, that's right. I forgot to mention that. So I called the police right after I called the police company, and they're like, oh, okay. And, I tell them I don't have any identifying information on the person, and I don't even know there are any cameras here. Also, the thing that you said, our fleet vehicles, right, they have AI cameras. AI cameras. They're supposed to help us, right?
Yep.
Didn't get a single thing on the camera, and the manager did not see anything either. Not a damn thing. I'm like, what is the point of this camera? I thought it was here to protect. Not a damn thing. And of course, there's a button to record that's on the camera.
Right.
But I'm not in the mindset to hit that button.
Exactly.
I'm not. In order to respond like that, I mean, you have that's pretty much, you have to have it as a habit. To set a habit takes 15 days per known.
Yeah, and again, that's a very situational type thing.
Right.
I mean, what's going to possess you to push that button?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not like my thought as far as that button. It's like, I'm not thinking to do that. I'm thinking to try and protect myself from being injured. I'm not thinking to hit a button.
Right, exactly.
So the fact that it's an AI camera, the fact that it's an AI camera and it didn't do anything is absolutely
insane. It didn't even
insane.
pick up on the
not
person
a thing.
That's erratically driving.
Not a dang thing.
That is, wow.
Yeah. So,
well, that just says AI's got a lot of growing up to do.
That's right. At least the one that they use for the fleet vehicle. So,
yeah.
I called them up, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll get your information. Great. We'll have someone call you back so an officer can finish your report." So, okay. So you get the report number.
Right.
I get a call back.
They didn't even show up, did they?
No, because they're trying to do it remote.
Yep.
So then they call back like 30 minutes later and said, "We don't have an officer to complete your report this time. We could send you an officer to your location and blah blah blah." I said, like, this whole time, I'm not thinking about like an officer coming, because I'm like, oh, I'll be out of here any moment. I didn't realize it was going to be 7+ hours.
Right.
So I told them no. And like, okay, we can do it remotely. Just give us a call back, and we should have another officer that can, actually take your report and give you the report number. Said, okay. So then I called back later. I must have called like 6 times that day to non-emergency police. And each time it's like, we don't have anybody. We don't have anybody. We could send you somebody. We don't have anybody. It's like, no. So I called the next day, and actually, when I get home, I still call that same day, and they're like, "Oh,
no way.
Well, you're not in Norfolk, are you?" I said, "No, I'm back home in." Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, well,
what's that gonna do? It's remote anyway."
Yeah, they said, "Well, we can only give it to you if you're actually in Norfolk." I'm like, "What the?
Are you freaking kidding me?"
That's literally what the guy said. I'm like, Jesus Christ! All right, so I was like, all right, screw it. I'll call tomorrow. And I'll be in Norfolk tomorrow. I get to Norfolk eventually, and I call, and they give me the thing. I'm like, why couldn't this have been done the previous day?
That's a great question, Jay. That's a great question.
So
Wow.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, because some idiot
wow. You had
who
to break
couldn't
it
be
up into
bothered.
pieces there.
Yeah, because of some idiot who couldn't be
Wow.
bothered to go around on the left. You had to go on the right.
Yep.
Yeah, I went through all that crap. I'm like, what a fucking
Wow.
load of crock. Like, this is crazy.
Wow. I am
Yeah.
so sorry, man. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Hey, man, at least I had
That
a
really,
story to
really
tell on the
sucks.
podcast. That's all it's all right. It's all
Wow.
right. And I believe in
Hmm.
karma. You know what? He'll get his.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get it, but
Yeah.
clearly they didn't care that their vehicle got damaged in any way,
No.
shape, or
I
form.
was really surprised that they kept going. I was
They just
like
kept on
that.
going. I
That
wonder how
makes me
much
think.
damage was done to their vehicle.
I don't know. They just kept going. But that
I
makes me
mean,
think, like, yeah.
clearly you had damage enough to your vehicle to cause issues
Hmm.
driving it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just know it was a white sedan, huh?
A white sedan. That's all I got. And I
Yeah,
have no
yeah,
cameras. There are no
and
cameras
no offense,
there.
Jay, but
Mm.
right. No offense, Jay, but you're
Mm.
clearly not up to snuff on making models.
No, no, I'm not. I am not. I am not that guy.
So that's something that I learned at a young age.
Yeah.
What was it? My sister's ex-boyfriend
Hmm.
taught me. He said, you need to know every make and model of a vehicle around you because at any point in time there could be an accident. So you
Hmm.
just need to know that this is this and that is that and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. He's like, and as long as you remember some of the basics, he
Hmm.
said, you're good. He's like, if you can get the license plate,
Yeah.
awesome. He's like, even if you only get 2 out of the 6 or 4 out of the 7 or whatever the
Yeah.
number is, you can only get a couple
Something.
out of it.
Yeah.
Make, model, color, and
Right.
license. It's like if you
Yep.
can do that, man, I'll tell you what, you're a good person. I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
So, yeah, as far as the vehicle stuff is concerned, like, I feel like if there was an issue, like, I don't get people that can accurately, like, describe someone for a police sketch artist. I don't get it.
I
I'm like,
see.
I don't
I
know
see.
how. I feel like that's the same stuff. It's like, you know, yeah, it's a very important thing to be able to describe someone, for that kind of situation. Like, you got to say, like, all right, this person had like a scar above their left eye, and they had beady eyes, and it was like
Sure.
brown. Like
Sure.
I would not. I'm like, well, it was, he looked like a man. Uh, I
I
don't
get
have
it.
it. I don't have it for you. I'm like, that's why I was like, yeah, I would be
No, I
useless in that situation.
no, that's not necessarily true, Jay. I think
Hmm.
you do, but you have it in your own way. I
Yeah,
think everyone is has the potential to be able to describe things in a different from a certain point of view or
that's
if you
right.
will.
He looked like a
Sometimes,
man.
yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, again, there's sometimes you just don't have the wherewithal or
Yeah,
the perception to be able
yeah,
to discern some things the way that they are.
right,
Other people do.
right.
That's not to say that you're any better or any worse than anyone else.
Mm,
It's just the way that it is.
mm,
But it was a white sedan.
that's right.
So hey, that's a
That's
better
right.
description than other people would say. You
What
know,
what would they say?
it
It's
was a
like, yeah,
white
it was a
car.
car. Yeah. Um.
I mean,
Uh. Look,
did
man.
it
All
did it
I
have
know is that.
Virginia plates?
Gosh, I don't even know.
Didn't even think to look at it. You were more in
Nope.
shock of the fact that
I
it
was just
actually
in
happened than
shock,
anything else.
and the fact that they kept going. I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
wow, what a dick. Um.
I get it. Oh, dude, I get it. But I mean,
Yeah.
my mindset right then, because of what I've gone through, my
Yeah.
mindset right then is make, model, license plate. That's
Yeah.
just what I've
See,
gone through.
I'm
I mean,
too.
I've
I,
I've been in several accidents on the
yeah.
job.
Yeah. I feel
So
like maybe I'm just still too trusting of people to do the right thing. Which you think I would have learned by now that certain people just don't do the right thing. Knowing what
some
we've
people,
known. Yeah.
yep, some people don't care about doing the right thing.
Some
They
people
do
don't care
what's
about others or
convenient
others'
for
property.
them.
Yeah.
Yep, they just do what's convenient for them, and they
That's
could
right.
care less.
These are the people that
And that's unfortunate.
these are the people that just like hit yes for whatever terms and conditions. Doesn't matter if it says you need to give us your firstborn. They don't give a crap. They just hit yes anyway because they just want instant gratification. It's that
I
kind of
just
person.
I
It's
just
like,
find it amazing. I just find it amazing that one, the person didn't stop,
yeah,
and two, the person didn't stop.
yeah,
I mean,
that they
it's
were able to
crazy.
physically drive and not have any issues as far as I could see. I'm like, How the
Dude,
fuck did that even
they
happen?
probably had they probably had an issue a few miles down the road,
I guess
and,
so.
and honestly, and probably got to their destination in the fucked up condition that it was. Probably
Yeah.
going like, well, damn, I wasn't supposed to take the car out, and I did anyways, and I just got it damaged. Oh
Yeah.
well,
That's why
not
I'm
my
thinking,
problem.
like, the last
Who
time something like
knows?
this happened, because I bought, this is not the first work accident that's happened, where I'm not the responsible party.
Right,
The last time
right.
this happened, it was some young guy from, that was apparently in the military who was not supposed to be driving anyway, and that's why he didn't report anything. He's like, oh, well, I'm not supposed to be
Uh,
here. So I'm
Gotcha.
like, wow, okay. I'm not saying that's
Yep.
all military people, but like, I don't know. Some people just don't want to get in trouble either because they're like, obviously that person was in the
Well,
wrong.
I
They
mean,
would have
nobody
found
wants
in
to
the
get in
wrong.
trouble, Jay. I
Yeah.
don't want to get in trouble.
No,
That
but you
sucks
gotta
getting
do
in
the
trouble,
right. You
man.
gotta do the right thing. What if I was injured? That's the part that really is just crazy. That this guy just kept going. It's like, what
Oh,
if I was injured?
sure.
And they don't
Sure,
give a shit
absolutely.
about another human life. Like, what kind of person are you? It's crazy.
Again, they don't think about the consequences to their actions.
No,
Some of these people,
no. But there's a
and
place.
just
There's a special place in hell for those people. That's all I gotta say.
okay, okay. What happened to karma? What happened to karma?
Oh
Let's just
yeah,
stick with karma.
that's the end. That's the end
That's
result of karma is going to hell. Uh, that
oh
person
God.
will
I mean,
go
I've
to
always been
hell.
told my mind. I've always heard karma's a bitch. That's what I
Karma's a
hear.
bitch.
That's
Yeah,
the line I hear.
yeah.
Karma's a bitch.
It's
It's
just
going to come back and
man.
haunt you. When it does,
Yeah.
hey man, you reap
Yep.
what you sow.
That's right.
I get it. Perhaps the more civilized fashion would have been to stop and
Mm,
contact the police.
uh-huh. I mean, honestly, if God forbid, but if I'm involved in something like that, I stop and I try to make sure the other person's okay first.
Absolutely,
I really do,
100%,
because
100%.
I think of other people as people, not just like, oh, you're an inconvenience to me. That's
Oh, dude, I
just
get it.
straight up.
I
It's like
get,
it's so
I get
frustrating.
it.
Yeah.
I get it. No, I get it, Jay. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I've been in several accidents before, and
Mm-hmm.
the accidents every time I've gotten into an accident, 90% of the time, I think it was one time that I didn't get out of the vehicle because I was in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I denied ambulance because I wanted to get the fuck home, and I probably should have gotten into an ambulance, but I
Mm-hmm.
drove the fuck home. Drove like three out of the 4 hours home,
Mm-hmm.
and finally called the wife up, and I was like, I need you to come and get me. I can't drive anymore. I'm in too much pain. And I
Wow.
went to the doctor the next morning and got looked at and did
Mm-hmm.
therapy and all that jazz, and I live with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always gotten out of the vehicle and said, "Are you
Are
okay?"
you okay? Yeah.
That's the
The
first thing
the
that
right
I
the
get out of the
human
vehicle.
thing to do.
If
Yes.
I am able to get out of my vehicle and I'm
Yeah.
able to see them,
Yeah.
first, are you okay? Whether
Yeah.
it's my fault or their
Yeah.
fault, I don't care. The
Yeah.
first thing I say, are you okay? If
Yeah.
I can see that they're not in any harm, if you
Right.
will. I mean, if they're more, most of the time when people get in accidents, they're more in shock of the accident than anything
Yeah.
else, or upset or whatever it is. The first thing, are you okay?
Yeah. I
And
feel
then
like
after that,
yeah.
I'll be like, cool, I'm calling the police,
Right. Yep.
and then we proceed to contact the police.
Yeah.
Once the police has been contacted, yeah, if I'm in my fleet vehicle, I'm on the phone with the fleet company, usually right about that point.
Mm-hmm.
At that point.
Right.
Most of the time, though, I usually wait for the police to finish everything that they need to finish, and then I contact the fleet company.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's how I handle it.
Yeah.
Now, in your scenario, holy guacamole, Jay, what a
Mm-hmm.
series of unfortunate and BS events.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It's like no tow truck in the state in the whole city of Norfolk wanted to come near you.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. But it's also speaks volumes, and hear me out, it speaks volumes to the fleet company.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they call one guy, nope, get nothing. They call another guy, nope, get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we just wait again. Oh, well, we'll expedite it. Oh yeah,
Yep.
well, we'll
This
overnight it. Oh
this
yeah,
is the thing.
we're
This is
gonna
the
we're gonna two
thing
day air
that
it.
this is the thing that really is frustrating more than anything. It's like the response by all the parties involved is appalling.
Yep.
Like, what if I was injured or something? They don't know that. I
Well,
mean,
hang on a second.
hmm,
Hang
hmm,
on. Back it up there.
hmm,
As far as being injured is concerned,
hmm,
um, that is again the person that hit and ran.
hmm,
Yeah, that would be depending on the severity of your injury potentially could
hmm.
be additional fines if they could catch the person. I'm
Right,
not saying they are, but if they could
right,
catch the person.
sure.
However, um, if you are injured and you can contact 911, Jay,
Hmm.
there is your help.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
like I'm
saying.
just saying, like
I'm just being for real.
but no, I'm being real too. Is that like some people are not in their right state of mind and they don't think of that kind of thing. You get
When you
shocked. If
contacted
you're
the
in
police,
shock, you don't know what you're gonna do.
right? Oh,
So
I
that's what I'm
understand. I
saying.
understand what
So
you're
it's
saying.
like that's what I'm
And
like. They don't know for 100% for sure. If someone's calling you and they say they're in an accident, that it's the first thing that would be in my mind is like, is that person okay? And I don't think there was ever a minute that
well,
someone asked me if I was okay.
really, are you serious? I was
Yes,
because I was going to say. Now again, you also your adrenaline's pumping at that point, Jay.
right.
So maybe I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Hmm.
Maybe you just misheard them. Maybe you just forgot that line.
No, no, I
Something
can
that
absolutely guarantee you it never came up as a thing.
that's
It was an
see,
appalling response by the fleet company, appalling by the tow truck companies, appalling by non-emergency non-emergency number through the city of Norfolk. It's unbelievable the amount of not care that comes in. I mean, I get it's a non-emergency line, but still, it's like it's just a huge comedy of errors. Just like what is going on?
yeah, you're
Like there's
right.
just
100%,
yeah,
100%,
yeah.
absolutely
Again,
100%.
that's like
And
7+ hours out of my day that I'm just unable to do anything. I could have done some things myself. I could have locked it up. I could have taken an Uber and gone away. But the fact remains that again, this all should have been taken care of much quicker by the people involved, because a lot of this stuff is out of my hands. I can take some stuff into my hands, but it's like you know that's not the point. The point is it's these people are here to do a certain task and there certain requirements for whatever they do, and clearly they just weren't up to snuff that day. And I don't know. It's just very disheartening. That's the
of
experience.
all of the different businesses, companies, what have you, that
Hmm.
I would even consider giving a pass on
Hmm.
for anything that occurred, it would be the city of Virginia of Norfolk. And here is why.
Hmm.
You are contacting the police department.
True.
The police department deals most of the time with emergencies.
Yeah.
Your situation was a non-emergency
True.
at that point.
True.
You deemed it a non-emergency
Right.
at that point.
Right.
So due to that particular outcome, I would have to say I would give the city of Norfolk a pass, only due to the fact that it is a non-emergency. If it was an absolute emergency, you call you
A
you you,
non-emergency,
you
but
should
the
call
fact that I
911.
called like 6+ times and I still get
Oh,
the same
dude, I
answer,
get it.
that's crazy.
Totally, I totally get it, and I think that's very strange and very odd and
Yeah.
very poor
Yeah.
in that regard. But at the
Hmm.
same time, you did get your report, you did get a case number
Yeah. The next day.
the next day,
Yeah.
which you still got it. Although I
Hmm.
find it oddly peculiar that you had to be in the city of Norfolk in
Yep.
order to file the complaint.
Right. It's like I don't understand how that makes a difference when you're doing it remotely.
It's almost like, oh, you have to be within the city limits to call us and put in
Yeah.
a complaint.
Right.
No, no,
Right.
no. I had my accident happened here. This happened. How much? This happened 7 hours ago
Hmm.
because you guys haven't called me back. No
Hmm.
offense. I realize you're busy. I mean, you are the police after all.
Hmm.
So, but to call me back and then tell me you're not going to do the case simply because
Hmm.
I'm not physically in the city
Right.
is ridiculous.
Right.
I had the accident. Can we do the case? Can we
Because
do this
again,
over the phone so
I
you can
agree
give me
with
my case
you.
number and I can go on about my day?
Yeah, I agree with you that yeah, they get a certain amount of pass because of the fact that again it's the police. But at the same time, it's like everyone that calls in has called in for a reason. You know, I think every call that comes in, even if it's on their non-emergency line, they're still asking for the police to do something, and it's like, what do they do? They're supposed to serve the public, and clearly they're not serving me. So I don't get it.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, so I had one incident with the city of Norfolk, but this was many, many moons ago in the early to mid 2000s, I think it was. 2008, maybe 2008, 2010, somewhere around there, I think. And I was at my buddy's house. We were playing D&D. I usually stay out there till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and then drive home. And it was Tidewater Cromwell area. Okay.
Okay.
I come out. I had my company vehicle, and it had equipment inside of it, but it was all photo lab equipment. And I came out to go home, and they broke out the window of the sliding door, the driver's side sliding door.
Oh no!
So the middle access, they broke out the window, and they stole only one thing out of that entire thing: my GPS.
Oh, okay.
I had thousands of dollars worth of photo equipment in the back, and all they took was the GPS. They had no clue what all the other shit was. They care less
clearly,
what it was.
Yeah, they don't know what it is.
And just took the GPS, which they could get at a pawn shop for maybe $50. So my buddy, who was a former sheriff in a different state, told me, say, all right, call 911. We'll wait for them to get here, blah, 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 and we'll go through that route. I said, okay, fine. So I called 911, and what does 911 tell me? City of Norfolk. Here's the phone number to call. Please contact them in the morning, and they'll go ahead and take your statement. There's nothing. There's nothing we can do about that. I was like, really? Are you kidding me? So I was like, okay, great, thanks. And I told my buddy, and he was like, no, that's BS. Call them back, ask them for it, ask them for a black and white to come by. I was like, okay. So I called. They sent somebody out. Dude gave me his card, said, look, man, I got your license plate. Do you know how many of these are stolen every night in the city of Norfolk? He said, at least 50 a night. He said, we don't have time. We don't have time to go around to every Tom, Dick, and Harry and take the fingerprints off of something, from them busting the window out and everything else. Not going to happen. They're going to, and you don't even know the serial number of it either. I was like, no, I threw it in the box. I don't know the serial number on it. He's like, they're going to be lucky to get $50 for it. Right. So if you want to make a big deal out of it and you want to get all that info for us, give it to us. If not, go find yourself a new GPS.
I hate that answer.
Literally what the cop said to me.
I hate that answer. I get it, but it's like, now at that point, it's like, it's more than, at that point, it's the principle of the thing, because it's like, it's more than the value of the item. It's the fact that they disrespected, what intents and purposes is your property. I mean, it may belong to the company, but let's get it right. Your property, your space, your sense of security is now destroyed because of this stupid incident, and now they get away with it, basically. And that is unacceptable.
And they did.
Unacceptable.
Yes, they did. They got away with it. They got away with it. And
absolutely
they
crazy.
Still got away with it. And it's been decades later now. And you know what? It sucks. They paid for a new window. I told the boss lady what had happened, and she was like, "Well, why was that vehicle at that location?" I said, "We were allowed to drive it however we wished." She was like, "You're right. You could drive it wherever you needed to. That was, it's perfectly fine. Call up the fleet company and get a new window." I was like, "All right." So I called them up, and of course they asked for a case number, which I got from the officer, and there it was, and that was it. Never heard from again. Never heard from again. And you know what? I never called to inquire about it. Why? Right. Because there's nothing for me to give. I had no information to give them other than the unit was stolen out of my vehicle. That's all. They busted a window for a $50 GPS. Okay.
And this is not a slam against the police or anything of that nature.
No.
It's just a fact. It's just again,
Look,
it's a sense of right and wrong.
It's not the police. It's not the city of Norfolk's fault that somebody decided to bust into my company vehicle and steal my GPS.
We're just looking for some care. We're looking for
It's
care.
not the city of Norfolk's. It's not the city of Norfolk's fault that there was some dumb schmuck that decided to go ahead and hit and run your vehicle.
No,
and that was and
but
nobody
just,
and nobody showed.
Yeah, but it's just a lack of empathy. That's all. It's like that's what it seems
I get
like.
it.
That's what it comes across as.
I understand where you're coming from on the lack of empathy, sir.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised that you did not receive any terms of care, because I know in the accidents that I was in whenever I was working for my previous companies, and I would call up and say, I just got into an accident, blah, blah, blah. The police has already shown up. And 9 times out of 10, are you okay? Yes, I am okay. Or no, I'm not okay. Or I think I'll be okay. Or whatever the case is,
Right.
So, but, dude, it's very, very shitty. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. I really am.
Hey, man.
I really am.
How long is it going to be in
the shop for?
Don't even know. They haven't even done the estimate yet. So I'm like, whatever. I got the Pacifica. I have, and that vehicle doesn't have the stupid camera that makes you drive slower. So I told him, like, you know what? Take your time anyway.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Take
your damn time.
I get it.
Because I don't want that to be rushed anyway. I'd rather have something that's safe to drive that I don't have problems with. Like, you know what? Take your time.
Oh, of course.
Do what you want.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. But anyway,
do what you will.
Let
me know when it's ready.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's the endeavor. So it's a bit of different topic of the week this week, I guess.
That's quite all right. That was a good one, man.
I'm going to call this an ordinary day. That's what this topic of the week is going to be described as. So, hey, if you made it this far, congratulations. You just heard the craziest ass story that you'll hear for a while.
Okay.
Is what it is. But that's going to do it for this topic of the week. When we come back, it will be the coffee table. We'll see y'all soon. A coffee table book is designed primarily for display and casual perusal, rather than to be read from cover to cover. These books showcase topics that act as a conversation starter for guests. This is the Google AI overview for what is a coffee table book. Each week we read and discuss such books with or without the coffee. Pull out a chair and take a seat at the coffee table. Good morning. How you doing, Mitch? Good morning.
I'm doing pretty good, Jay. A little tired, though. I haven't been sleeping very well.
Oh, well, why?
I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. I think it's my pillow. I really do. I think it's my pillow. I think I need a new pillow. But although, I mean, I did finally come home from my trip, and I still couldn't sleep very well even there with their pillow. So I don't know. But like, I got this kink in my neck. It just won't go away. But
okay, well, don't allow me to kink shame. I'm never gonna kink shame anybody.
That's right. Hardy har har.
Hardy har har. Anyway, so here we are at the coffee table, as we always are. We love our coffee and non-coffee that we have at this table. Right?
I brought with me today, because I had this up at Brugger's in just outside of Rochester. And Brugger's, by the way, is just Einstein Bagels. So up down here in the area. I had their French vanilla coffee. Just straight up. French straight up with a little bit of sugar. And, well, fake sugar. And it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious.
French vanilla coffee.
Yep. So I got me some from Einstein Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I have, it's new to me. I don't know how long this place has been open, but I have a frozen latte, just a regular latte. It's like, it's from this new place to me anyway. Beignets and brew French Donuts. It's I don't know if it's a chain or it's a local place. I don't know. I'm guessing it's a chain. It's
what is
wonderful.
a beignet, sir?
Beignet. People might know beignets if they watched The Princess and the Frog from Disney, because the princess in there, she's from the. I didn't watch that movie, honestly, but I know that she's like from New Orleans, and then over there they have like their Mardi Gras and all that kind of stuff, and she makes beignets. That's a very, very big thing in New Orleans, and it's a French thing.
It was so Princess and the Frog for me. I remember being in the room when it was playing. That's about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a great movie. I don't know. I haven't watched every single Disney thing. I've actually been pretty out of watching the latest Disney stuff. The latest Disney thing I watched was Jungle Cruise, which the
one with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, at some point I'm gonna.
Yeah, wow, that's old school, man.
Yeah, whenever we go back to the thing, whenever we go back to any kind of movie review stuff, because I really like that thing, because now I have access to.
We could do a Disney night thing.
Yeah, I have access to all the streams. I got access to all the streams because I have that pretty much that hacked Google TV streamer. I got access to everything. So anything you want to watch, I got it.
That's amazing.
But yeah, Jungle Cruise. I'll just say, really quickly without getting into detail, not recommended. I did not care for it. And I love those two actors. I love Emily Blunt. She's great. I love Dwayne Rock Johnson. He's great. It's just that was not the movie for them. Anyway,
fair.
Past that, beignet, right? So beignet.
Yeah,
is
what's a beignet?
It's a French, like the bag says, it's a French donut. It's a
French
pastry.
Donut. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pastry that's folded over multiple times.
Right.
It's deep fried and topped off with some powdered sugar and served with whatever kind of sauces. I had a bunch of sauce.
That would be why my wife wants it deep fried.
Deep fried things are usually pretty good.
Yep, deep fried just about anything. They come out pretty good.
Deep fried Oreos.
Oh man, those are delicious.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, they are really good, especially with a thing of vanilla ice cream. Oh yeah,
not good for you, but hey, you know what? It's a sometimes treat. Just
nothing deep fried is good for you. Let's be fair.
No.
Okay.
Well, it depends on the way they deep fry it, because actually, if you deep fry something in fresh oil and you do it for the right amount of time, it's actually not too bad for you. Still worse doing something that's air fried, but still.
Okay.
It's you have to deep fry the right way. If you keep it in the oil and you're double dipping and all this kind of stuff, it's like, of course you're going to add more oil. You're going to have that stuff that's going to clog your arteries. But if you're just doing a quick flash fry, it's not that bad. Not too bad. But any case, so beignets and brew. I got the beignets.
Where is that, Jay?
This is over in Virginia Beach. It's over at Princess Anne Road. Wonderful place.
I believe it's across from Lansdowne Commons, right?
Sure. I don't know. I got to do Uber Eats, so I don't know about the actual location. But either way,
I see. You had it delivered to you.
Delivered. I got the 4 beignets with the powdered sugar, and then some butter sauce. The butter sauce is very good. And then I got beignets and chicken, which is their take on chicken and waffles, also very good.
Okay.
And then a honey butter chicken croissant, which is also very good.
It was a chicken. It was a chicken, like a chicken sandwich, but on a croissant.
Exactly, and then it's got like a honey butter sauce on it. It's very good. I
see. And how was the chicken?
Chicken is it's chicken strips. You had chicken strips. It's going to be chicken strips. But altogether, all the food is very consistent.
Generic
very
chicken
good.
strips, or could you tell they were generic chicken strips, like store bought chicken strips, or were they actually like handmade chicken strips? Or
these are not handmade.
No, not handmade, huh?
But they're not like, overly processed. Like, you can tell these are like actual, there's real chicken meat. You can actually see kind of that, the strands almost of how chickens go. Uh-huh. But it's not, it's
cooked
not
just
exactly,
right?
Yeah. It's cooked. Everything was cooked great.
Okay, good.
I recommend it. It's a very good place. And then, to drink, and that's why I drink it still, is the beignets and brew, frozen latte. No whipped cream. It's just
you don't like
latte.
You just don't like whipped cream.
I like whipped cream. I like whipped cream.
Okay.
As long as it's not whole fat milk. Yeah, sure.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, Tim Hortons. It's terrible. That stuff, I will take it to the grave. That whipped cream is no good.
Okay.
But I'm a fan of whipped cream. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm a cop out. I like the aerosol whipped cream. I mean, who hasn't taken the aerosol whipped cream canister and just done the right into your mouth?
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't done that?
Who hasn't?
It's great. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
it's just the worst when you do it and then all you get is the air. It's like, jeez, no.
Yeah, it does suck. That does suck. I will agree.
Yeah. Well, all right. Now that we've waffled enough,
Yep.
or maybe I should say we've beignetted enough.
There you go. We've been getting enough. Let's talk about our lovely coffee table books here. This first one we got is Unsolved Conspiracies, the one we did last week. Plots and Deceptions That Have Puzzled the Greatest Minds by Bill Price. This one is an interesting one that you picked out. This is conspiracy number 21 in the book. Did NASA fake the moon landings? And this happened, of course, from 1969 to 1972. I love it. Location, USA and the moon.
Who would have thought? Tale as old as time. Anyway.
All right. So, the moon landings are among humankind's greatest accomplishments, but some people believe that one of the great feats of the 20th century never really happened. Between 1969 and 1972, NASA's Apollo program landed a total of 12 astronauts on the moon in the course of 6 successful missions. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first men to walk on the moon, an event watched live on television by an estimated 600 million people. It was the culmination of many years of research and development by NASA and represented an extraordinary milestone in human achievement. It also meant that the United States had comprehensively won the so-called space race, an aspect of the Cold War with the Soviet Union in which the two opposing superpowers competed to outdo each other in advancing the technology of spaceflight, as well as the prestige attached to proving the superiority of the United States' technical ability. Some saw victory in the space race as confirmation that capitalism and democracy would ultimately triumph over communism. It was also a demonstration that American rocket technology had surpassed the Soviet capability, including in its military applications, such as the delivery of ballistic missiles. An impossible dream? Up until the beginning of the Apollo program in the early 1960s, American research into spaceflight had been lagging behind the Soviet Union. The Soviet program had launched Sputnik, the first satellite, in 1957, and 4 years later, Yuri Gagarin became the first person to travel into space and complete an orbit of the Earth. The Soviet successes provoked a response from the United States, which included setting up NASA and initiating the Apollo program. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy made a speech committing the United States to landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth. Before the end of the decade, giving NASA less than 9 years to achieve the aim. Kennedy's target was highly ambitious given how far behind the Americans were, and together with the American desire to win the space race, it has been cited by conspiracy theorists as being one of the principal reasons why the moon landings had to be faked. The technology available in the 1960s, they contend, was simply not advanced enough for a real moon landing to be possible, but NASA needed to show progress was being made to justify its multi-billion-dollar budget. As getting a man to the moon and back could not be done, the only option, other than admitting that the feat was impossible, was to fake it. Some conspiracy theorists have gone further, alleging that the government was also involved in the conspiracy because the extraordinary achievement of landing a man on the moon would provoke a distraction from the Vietnam War and the growing levels of civil disorder then occurring in the United States. It also provided an opportunity for fraud on an epic scale because the billions of dollars of public money given to NASA could be channeled into companies with links to individuals in the government in the form of lucrative contracts which did not have to be fulfilled. Wow. It is, of course, easy to make accusations and rather harder to prove them. most of the evidence used to support allegations that the moon landings were faked comes from interpretations of the film and still photographs of astronauts on the moon released by NASA, which, according to the conspiracy theorists, actually show that the pictures were really taken in a studio on Earth. All cited examples are the lack of stars visible in any of the photographs and the fact that the U.S. flags planted on the moon appear to be fluttering in the wind. As there is no atmosphere on the moon, there could not have been any wind, so the flags should have been motionless. It has also been claimed that the angles of the shadows visible in many of the photographs show that multiple artificial light sources were being used, when the only light available on the moon would have been that from the sun. The evidence examined. One of the most convincing arguments against the faking of the moon landings is that it would have required an enormous and elaborate conspiracy involving many thousands of people in order for it to exceed. Even if it didn't unravel as it progressed, it would have been all but impossible to keep it secret. It is also hard to imagine that Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the other astronauts involved spent their entire lives lying about what they had achieved, or that not one of the scientists and technicians involved in the mission, who must have known it was fake, has ever admitted it. The evidence put forward by conspiracy theorists has also been thoroughly debunked. The flagpoles used in the moon, for instance, were designed with a metal bar running along the top of the flag to hold it out because NASA was well aware of the lack of wind on the moon. Had a normal flagpole been used, the flag would have been hung limply against the pole so that the stars and stripes would not have been visible. All the photographs were taken during the lunar day when there was enough available light, so just as on Earth, no stars were visible. The multiple shadows in the photographs could have been caused by light reflecting from the surface of the moon or off the lunar module, while the amount of lunar dust in the air would have had an effect of diffusing light from the sun, making it difficult to know for certain which direction shadows would have fallen in. In truth, all the supposed photographic evidence of a conspiracy has been easily dismissed, and in any case, it has been demonstrated that the rocks brought back from the moon could not have come from anywhere else. The missions were tracked by a number of different countries, including the Soviet Union, without any reports of anything suspicious occurring, while lunar probes sent up by, among others, China and India have detected the landing sites of the Apollo lunar modules and the debris left behind. Needless to say, all of this has not been enough to change the minds of diehard conspiracy theorists. But in order to convince the rest of us that NASA really did fake the moon landings and have been fooling us ever since, they will have to come up with much better evidence than they have done so far.
Yeah, this is one of the oldest conspiracies that's out there because, I mean, we're talking 1960s. I mean, who hasn't heard all the conspiracy theories about, like, right. The footprints, right. And then, the wind and the fact that, there's still gravity on the moon. It's like, it shouldn't be,
yep.
All that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, man, it's just, people just don't want to let it die because we were talking about it before we started recording, is, yep. It's, unless you see it with your own eyes, no one's going to believe it because it's hard to verify. I mean, yeah, you have all this data that's here, in our earthly realm, but like right. When you unless you can actually get out there, which, they're trying to make commercial space flights possible. I mean, they, look at the fact that they got, those women out there, which is, I thought was a colossal waste of money, honestly, but, Katy Perry and Gail King and all that up there in space, like, we're getting there. But we're not there yet, so until people can actually verify it with their own eyes, which is also becoming tough in this age of AI and Sora AI and, what's the one we're talking about? VO3 and all these different AI models that are making this video. It's hard to say whether we'll actually ever believe any of this is true. I mean, that's the thing. I don't know.
I believe it's true.
I believe it is true. That's the thing. I mean, saying. Even though, I think that, the men of the character of, Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Buzz Aldrin, knowing that, they, I mean, for them to have lied all that time about something this monumentous, man, that they really would have had to. I mean, I don't know someone who could lie for that long, for that extent to something that's so great as, that's a huge point in American history. I don't know.
The government lied for how many years? Let's see, 1941, and then what? In the 90s, I think it was. They finally released. So 50 years later, they finally released that. Hey, you know what? We knew China was going to attack. We knew Japan was going to attack Pearl Harbor. We did nothing about it. We did nothing to stop it because we wanted to get into the war. So
the government lied, but then these are just three dudes.
Well, they're more than it's more than three dudes, Jack.
But these are the guys. But these are the guys that whenever you think about the moon landing, you're thinking, all right, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, and it's Neil Armstrong, it's Buzz Aldrin. Unfortunately, no one really talks about Michael Collins.
No,
but he certainly was there too. But it normally is Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. It's like
that's right.
God rest. I think they're both passed away by now, right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Don't know. Yeah,
I know one passed away not too long ago. I think it was Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, I think it was Buzz Aldrin.
But also, alternative theory, something for the conspiracy theorists. There is that whole thing, the argument of radiation, because once you leave the, they call it the magnetosphere, which is the magnetic field around the Earth, you're exposed to radiation. We talk about that all the time with, even the ozone layer and the magnetosphere. It's like once you start getting to a certain point in space, you're exposed to all sorts of intense radiation from, all the stuff that's out there. And that makes it a little, some people might say, well, how can we, those spaceships, as great as they are and as technologically advanced, it's 1960s, radiation is still a thing. How did they really make it? But then you have to also give it credit to, like in the movie Hidden Figures, right? Where those women came up with the amazing calculations to make sure that
the mathematical skills and the knowledge to learn how the first computer actually worked and actually program it to work so they can get numbers. It was amazing
to get numbers and to make it safe for these guys. So
that's right.
There's a lot of conspiracies that are out there about the
and the engineer as well. We forgot about the engineer. Because there was three women in Hidden Figures, so it was also the engineering as well, because she also provided some of the engineering for the heat shielding.
Yep. Hidden Figures, good movie. People should watch it. I think
absolutely.
It's Octavia Spencer, right? Yeah. I think she's in there.
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is. She's a good actress. She's a good actress.
Yep, Octavia Spencer, Henson, and Monet.
Okay, yeah. Revolutionary stuff for those women. Give it up for them.
Absolutely.
But yeah, there are always going to be those people that don't believe again, they're not going to believe that it happened. But I truly believe it happened, because there's so many, like you were talking about, you're talking about thousands of people that would have been convinced to. It can happen, but it's there's so many variables that just doesn't make sense.
Way too many variables that took place with this whole process to make this whole thing happen over many, many years.
Exactly.
And did other companies get benefit from the government in all the contracts and everything? So you bet your sweet bippy they did.
Sure.
But you know what? I think what they accomplished was something pretty great.
Yeah. We made history. We are the ones who did it.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yes, sir. I liked it. And for those out there that don't believe the moon landings ever happened, I say nay.
Yeah, I say why don't you take a long walk off a short pier?
Yeah, well, they're probably flat earthers too.
Oh yeah. That's probably in this book also.
Yeah, probably.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yep, we'll get there.
Let's move on to our other book from Five Below, Phantom Phenomena: Tales of the World's Most Terrifying and Supernatural Events, written by a publishing house called Castle. And as we always do with this book, The stories you're about to hear have not been proven due to the number of submissions that have been collected anonymously. Names and attributions have been removed unless otherwise noted. Keep in mind, these stories are not told through my perspective, but through the perspective of those who experienced them or what they've heard from others. Some stories in this collection include mentions of suicide, violence against animals, and other adult themes. Listener discretion advised.
Yep. So this is round 3 of this one, folks.
Round 3.
We're gonna see if it is. So far, the first one was very strange.
Yeah.
The second one was like, wah. We're gonna see what the third one's like.
Let's see what this one is. This one's kind of short, but
okay.
Let's see. This one's called Something Stared Back. A luscious landscape of exotic fish and corals vanishes as a drop-off is reached. Down, down, and down some more. Something massive peers up and begins to move. Field notes. Location, too far from the Honduran coast. Date time, the perfect time of year for snorkeling and catching some rays. Okay. Atmosphere, relaxed and ready for a vacation.
Woo! Okay, woo! Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Must be some clear water then.
Yeah.
I guess off the Honduran coast.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then especially they said they're able to see something looking back. It's like, okay, well, let's go. Despite encountering strange and creepy things, my love for the water, especially the ocean, remains unwavering. Not even what happened to me when I was 15 years old could shake my love. It started when my mom and I took a cruise down through the Caribbean, stopping at all the well-known destinations along the coast of Mexico and some of the smaller Central American countries. Our last stop before heading back to port was a tiny island off the coast of Honduras, and we had booked what was supposed to be a relaxing snorkeling excursion. Sure, it isn't the most famous for underwater activities, but there are some absolutely gorgeous reefs in the area. I wanted to be a marine biologist at the time, so it was like heaven for me. We took a small ferry from the main port to the island we would spend the day on, and after lunch I headed straight to the water. I remember it was strange that day. It was beautiful outside, but there was almost no one else in the water. I think there was only one other person when I got in, and I seem to remember noticing that they had left while I was out, leaving the rest of the reef all to myself. The water was like a dream, not too hot or cold, and sporting tall shelves of reddish coral swarming with tropical fish. I don't know how long I spent just floating around, but it must have been hours. At least I know I came out looking like a freshly cooked lobster by the end. Anyway, I was floating on my stomach and trying to identify any of the fish I could see, meaning I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. Suddenly, like someone had flipped a switch, the water got frigid. And in the same instant, I found I'd kicked my way over the drop-off point. The reef came to an end, revealing a rugged outcrop that seemed to vanish into the depths beneath me. This may not seem scary to those who haven't experienced anything like it, but suddenly finding yourself suspended above a seemingly bottomless void causes a sort of primal terror in you. I froze up, suddenly feeling tiny and out of place. The silence of the water in my ears was deafening. As I stared down into the abyss, I felt a strong sense of vertigo, and just as I was regaining my senses and ability to move, I saw it. Something shifted in the murky darkness below me. Something impossibly big. The last thing I remember seeing was an enormous eye opening up, looking directly at me. The next thing I knew, I was back on shore, trying desperately to explain what had happened to my probably tipsy mom. When I got to the part about seeing something in the water below me, my voice caught. I didn't want to make myself sound crazy by reporting some giant sea creature, especially since he was already barely paying attention. I never told anyone that part of my story, and to this day still wonder what it was I could have seen. Maybe it was some whale or other large creature that had drifted closer than usual to shore. I know it's a cliche, but I know it wasn't my mind playing tricks on me. Whatever it was, I was never able to bring myself to look over the deck of the ship at night for the rest of the trip. Too scared I'd see something watching me from the darkness again. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. I'm just not quite sure I can believe all that because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're very, very, very far off the Caribbean, off the Honduras coast. I mean, that just seems kind of weird, but okay.
I mean, there has always been a big what if about like what is out there in
Sure.
in the open sea, in the deep sea.
Yeah, in the deep, darkest depths of the ocean, what lurks down there?
Exactly.
Because we can't see what's down there.
We can't see there, and we can't really go down to the bottom because the pressures of the water are so immense that you just can't do it. And it gets extremely dark down there because there's no source of light.
That's correct.
So, I mean, we only know about whatever man-made vessels can go down. That's all we really know about. But there's plenty of stuff that we just, it's just a lot that's down there. So
totally get it, but
hard to know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
about
okay,
this one.
Sure. It's better than the other two.
Is it? I thought the other one was better. The second one, I thought the second was like, maybe something there.
No.
Because I like the idea of cryptids. I like the idea of cryptids.
Yeah, I get it.
I've always believed in cryptids with like all the different stuff, chupacabra and all the stuff, goat man.
Right.
That guy that was on the it was like a news broadcast where they were talking about like some sort of leprechaun man that was up in the trees. You might.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's like they're of course whenever they talk to people for like news broadcasts and like try to get eyewitness reports, they never find honestly the smartest people. They usually find people who are like oh yeah man I saw it like not the brightest people in the world. And it's like why is it never someone who's like super smart and like well spoken? It's like always somebody's like, yeah, oh, I totally saw it, dude. Yeah,
Oh yeah, the Crichton leprechaun or mobile leprechaun. Yeah,
whatever that is. Yeah,
that kind of thing. It was where residents in Mobile, Alabama, claimed to see a leprechaun in a tree.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So I mean, I like those stories better, but this is interesting. It's more believable, sure. And like all the other ones, this one also has an extra blurb on there that has nothing to do with the story.
Of course.
Well, not really, anyway.
Yeah.
The legends surrounding the Lusca are deeply rooted in the folklore of the Bahamas and the Caribbean. Locals believe that this fearsome creature inhabits the mysterious underwater caves known as blue holes, which are found throughout the region. Locals say that the Lusca, a formidable predator, can attack both on land and in the water. Its half-shark, half-octopus appearance adds to its menacing reputation, instilling fear in those who have heard the tales. Fishermen and scuba divers have reported encounters with the Lusca, recounting terrifying experiences of being pursued or attacked by this hybrid monster. The creature's massive size and powerful tentacles make it a formidable adversary, causing panic and distress among those who venture near its lair. The Lusca's alleged ability to create tidal currents in the inland blue holes further adds to its mystique, with locals attributing the phenomenon to the creature's breathing. Despite questioning from skeptics and scientists, the eyewitness accounts of the Lusca's deadly attacks on unsuspecting individuals have persisted, solidifying its status as a legendary and feared creature of the deep. Lusca, never heard of that one.
Yeah, man, that thing's deadly looking. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that thing's crazy looking, man. I'll tell you, it's got some. That's a big fish, and it's got some big old teeth on it too, buddy. Yeah, Lusca fish. That thing's no joke.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. That thing's no joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally looks like a shark with like squid tentacles, kind of, or octopus tentacles on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I mean, when a mommy fish and a daddy octopus love each other very much, out pops a Lusca.
A mommy shark and a daddy octopus.
I wonder if there's got to be a movie somebody made about this. If they made like Piranha, Piranha 3 and Piranha 3D and all that stuff, and like Sharknado, there's got to be a Lusca movie that came out
I have
somewhere.
no idea. Let's take a look, man. Let's see if they've got some out there.
There's got to be something.
Let's see here.
Right?
Lusca. Nope, Lusca.
I typed in Lusca movie. It's just self-corrected to Luca movie. Like,
Luca movie. Yep,
it's completely different.
Yep.
Unless
Search
maybe
for
is that based? Is Luca based on It might be.
There's a Lusca Film Fest in the Caribbean's Ferrer. Oh wow. Science fiction, fantasy, and dark humor based in Puerto Rico. Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
I want to know just now. I'm thinking about, is the Luca movie based on Lusca?
I have no idea.
I mean, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know.
It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to see if they have anything like that in like, the inspiration for how they, because I remember seeing Luca and I was like, I wasn't impressed. I mean, it's just like, it's a movie. It's like whatever. Yep. It's just like, what exactly is the inspiration? It's just, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see here. Alberto, sea monsters based on old Italian myths and regional folklore.
Primarily reported in the deep blue holes, underwater caves, or sinkholes near Andros Island in the Bahamas, but also in Caribbean waters near Cuba and Mexico. They're highly territorial, aggressive towards divers and boats, and capable of pulling victims down into the blue holes.
Mm-hmm. Blue holes.
Yep.
It's like, that's such a particular thing.
That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's a thing that we just learned. I didn't know about that.
Yep.
And also this story as far as like whatever was staring at that guy. I mean,
right.
I mean, it's weird because like someone was staring at him, but it didn't do anything. So it's like kind of anticlimactic. It's like, oh man, I saw something scary and I ran away. It's like, that's not.
Yep. That's it.
That's not much.
That's it. That's not much, man. Yep. I saw a big eye.
Big eye. I had to leave. I got the hell out of there.
Dude, like, I agree with you 100%, man.
I mean,
I've done the same.
It's better than sticking around and man, I should investigate. Like and honestly, no offense to you, but usually that's white people say that in the movies, in the scary movies, and then they get killed. Whereas usually it's like black guys are like, oh man, I'm getting the fuck out of here, but they still.
That's
get
right.
killed.
100%.
Everything gets killed in a horror movie.
That's right.
But,
they typically do. Well, except for like one or two people. They finally figure out a way to kill it, and then they live to tell the tale. Well, otherwise, they can't do anything.
Or they think they kill it, and then it continues on and makes, Halloween 2 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or it's like, God, what's that one movie? Oh, my God. And at the end of the movie, everybody dies. Good Lord. It's not The Conjuring. It's like The Happening or something like that. It was the weirdest daggone movie. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know that movie.
It was like The Mist or The Fog or something like that. Just the mist like takes over and everybody just dies.
Oh.
It's so weird. It's a very weird ending. It's very.
There was that one movie. I think it's another one, like the Mist, where there's what is it? The one that had the old lady that was in the diner, and then like she turns into like this monster thing and like climbing up the wall.
That is Legion.
Legion. Yeah.
That is Legion, and that is an excellent movie.
Yeah, and then spoilers here, just in case. Like, doesn't that end with, after everything happens, then finally the military shows up after everybody's pretty much dead?
I think so, but I'm not 100%. Well, they escape. The girl escapes with the boy and the baby. Yeah. Those three escape.
Yeah, I remember seeing something.
The baby's like the chosen one.
There's some sort of movie that had that type of ending though, where like they finally get out and then everybody's pretty much dead, or like one dude gets out, but then like the military finally comes.
It could be Legion, man. It could be Legion. I can't remember though. I honestly can't remember. Now I'm gonna want to watch Legion now.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
see, I'm the only one that will watch it. My son and I are the only ones that'll watch it. My wife is like, it's just not her style of movie. She doesn't really care for that.
Not much into the horror stuff or sci-fi, like gross out.
She'll go as far as like Constantine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. I mean,
she'll do that kind of stuff. I mean, we used to. I mean, like for example, we went and saw The Blair Witch. But that was a long time ago. I thought it was a great movie. She thought it was a horrible movie. She thought it absolutely sucked.
Like
so did my roommate.
The big ones of found footage films. I mean,
Yeah. I thought it was really neat. I thought it was suspenseful. That's what I thought. I thought it was just suspenseful.
Yeah.
She thought it was absolutely stupid, which I can understand from a very good perspective of things. It was kind of weird, but I appreciated it for what it was. But what was the other one? Paranormal Activity. We watched Paranormal Activity, the very first one. She don't want to. She's like, that's not for me.
I've seen the trailer for paranormal. Can't say that word. Paranormal Whacktivity. I mean
Okay.
Yeah, that's the parody. It's not a porn parody, but they trying to make it like porn-ish, like softcore.
Right.
Or
right.
I'm like, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But on that note, I think I'm done with my coffee. It's all melted. It's not good anymore.
Okay.
You're good with your drink as well. I forgot what you had. What did
I'm
you have
good,
again?
my friend. I'm good.
What did you have again?
I had the vanilla, French
That's
vanilla
right.
from, yeah,
Somewhere,
um, nope,
somewhere over the rainbow.
Einstein Brothers.
Einstein. No, yeah, Einstein Brothers, not Brugger's. Wasn't it Brugger's?
Well, it's Brugger's up north, but it's Einstein Brothers down here. I
Okay,
mean, I didn't
gotcha.
drive all the way. I didn't hold on to coffee for 3 days. You know what I mean? Come on.
Eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna knock it.
Exactly. It was all right
Well,
though. It's not bad. It's good
yeah,
stuff.
good. All right,
Yep.
and this was also good stuff, and that is good to go for the coffee table. And when we come back, it'll be time for what this you call news, right?
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
it. You're getting there. You're
Yeah.
getting there.
But I'll lose it again next week. It's fine.
That's all right. I never had it.
Yeah. Who are you again?
I
Anyway.
don't know. Third
All right.
base.
Yeah, nerd base. We'll be right back. And now it's time for this you call news.
Alrighty. And now for our wonderful Loopy and Lodkey's portion of this you call news, we have Jay with our first article. Jay, what do you got for us?
Yes, sir. We have something that comes to us from Outlook Respawn, which is apparently based in India, according to the
Oh,
web
okay.
to the web thing. But it's GameStop bans Pokemon scalpers using scales to detect rare packs. As subtitle, video game retailer targets weighing practice as trading card market reaches $11.8 billion. Oh yeah, for sure it's from India because the person's name is Dia Mukherjee. Like yeah, that's clearly not not a normal
You
name
pronounced
for
it
us.
much better than I could, sir.
I can't. I don't know. It's a bit of an old article, but it's still interesting. It's
Yeah,
applies from
absolutely.
November 24th, 2025.
That's okay.
GameStop has announced it will permanently ban customers caught using scales to weigh Pokemon trading card game packs in its U.S. stores. A practice scalpers use to identify packs containing rare, valuable cards. The video game retailer shared footage on X on November 17, 2025, showing someone apparently weighing sealed one-piece card packs in one of its stores. The company said anyone engaging in similar behavior would face a permanent store ban. Before getting further, One Piece is it's anime, so it's not. I don't know why I'm talking about One Piece versus talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
let's go on anyway. Scalpers employ scales because rare or foil cards make sealed packs marginally heavier than standard packs. By selecting heavier packs, they increase their chances of obtaining high-value cards for resale, leaving lighter packs with common cards for other customers. GameStop Pokemon card policy faces mixed customer response. The ban has received mixed reactions from collectors and customers. While some praised the measure as necessary to protect legitimate buyers, others questioned how GameStop would identify and enforce the policy against scalpers. Critics also pointed to GameStop's practice of pricing certain packs above manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP. The retailer excluded Pokemon products from its Black Friday promotions, leading some customers to view the ban as a publicity move rather than genuine reform. GameStop Chief Executive Officer said in June 2025 that the company would expand its focus on card games. He described the category as aligned with the company's heritage and trade-in model while appealing to its core customer base and remaining rooted in physical retail. the retailer reported revenue growth of more than 50% in the first quarter of 2025, with Pokemon card games accounting for a significant portion of the increase. That last portion had nothing to do with whatever we're talking about. This is a weird written article.
Yes,
Say
it
that
is.
straight up.
Yep.
But this is definitely a thing.
Yes.
Because people have been weighing packs for far longer than what GameStop has identified.
Oh my gosh, dude! Magic the Gathering cards. People would try to weigh those as well because they said that the some of the other materials used on the card itself weighs a little bit more because it's got a different layer to it or an extra layer to have the shininess or sheen or color or whatever you want to it, and therefore it's going to weigh a little bit more. So people would literally bring scales out. I've seen this happen. I have seen it firsthand.
And I mean, is it? Yeah, scalpers are definitely a thing. I mean, it's because Pokemon's blown up again because you see it all the time. People are like waiting in line to get their trading card packs. I mean, I went to a shop called Figure Hero 7, and I was there to get the K-pop trading cards because they had, because obviously I'm that guy. But everybody else was literally in line to get these like giant packs of Pokemon cards. I don't even know what kind of set it was, but it's like, Pokemon's a huge thing, and value's going up, and it's just ridiculous. But it's like anything, right? It's like I don't want to say anything like discouraging, but I think of it a lot like the Beanie Baby craze, right? Where everybody's like, I gotta get these Beanie Babies, and all of a sudden it's worth nothing.
I would agree with you if it weren't for the fact that these have stood the test of time.
They
Pokemon
have.
cards and Magic the Gathering
They
have
really
both
have.
stood the test of time. I'm sure there's other cards out there. It's like baseball cards that have stood the test of time. And truly have become a collectible. I mean, shoot, I couldn't even tell you what some of the original Pokemon cards go for, what some of the original Magic Gathering cards go for, but I'm sure they go in the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, it's there.
I'm not knocking it. Do what you want. It's your money.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing on Temu at some point, Chumley of all people, the guy from Pawn Stars.
Yeah, Pawn Stars. Yep.
He had signed, autographed Pokemon cards of his signature. It has nothing to do with him.
Oh my god!
It's just for some reason it's just Pokemon cards and it has his signature on it. It's like,
oh my god,
why? I don't quite understand the connection, but okay.
Yeah, good on you, chum.
Yeah, like, all right, Chumley, you do you, man. Make that money.
Yep, absolutely. But, this kind of falls in line with the banning the scalpers and everything. What about the other article that came out as well not too long ago about the thieves that stole $180,000 worth of Pokemon cards by cutting through a wall at Anaheim?
Yeah,
they cut through a collector store. I mean, it's absolutely crazy what had happened with that. I can't recall if they caught them. Yeah.
But that one's like, but that's like kind of like, whole new level. Yeah, it is for thievery and like scams and stuff. But like at the same time, it's like that's literally like destroying property. Where these people are just weighing card packs. I mean, how do you feel about people that weigh card packs? Do you agree? Is it? I mean, it's certainly unethical, but is it like, should they not do it at all? Because I mean, it's not banned. I mean, maybe it is now in GameStop, but I mean, they haven't banned it for all this time, so. Is it wrong?
I think the best way of putting it, Jay, is it's frowned upon.
Yeah, kind of like card counting in Vegas.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like you can do it, but you shouldn't.
If you want to go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it, buddy. But guess what? You ain't coming back in.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's just more so just. It's. I mean, obviously the scalpers are still in the wrong, but it's also an issue with the manufacturers who make the packs, because you shouldn't make it an ability to weigh these things.
You can't help that, Jay.
No, you can't.
You can't really help that.
You can't. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. If they really cared, they'd find some way to weigh it all out, right?
I mean, to do that, you would have to change the paper weight,
right?
Okay, because you've got layers of dye or toner or what have you on there, and they're all set to specific layers, and those special cards have an extra layer because it looks shiny and it looks different.
But just because something's difficult doesn't mean they can't.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
So the article does say slight, or what did it say?
Slight.
Marginally,
Yeah.
which is another word for slightly.
Right.
You're probably talking, I would say, I don't know, half a gram, not even a gram, not even a, not, not less than a gram, like an eighth, like a 16th of a gram difference in size, I would guess, or maybe an eighth of a gram. Who knows? But yeah, dude, it's just crazy,
Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy that people, this has been a practice going on for decades upon decades, way longer than what this article even reports.
Yeah,
It's just something that happens,
yeah,
and I guess it's been a quiet battle between retailers and scalpers this whole time, and
right.
I say if you're gonna do it, I mean, I don't know, I'm not sure what to think about this because yeah, it's definitely unethical, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, it's like card
Again,
counting,
if
you know,
you want,
it's
if
up
you
to
want to
you.
do this, that's fine. You go
Yeah,
ahead and do it. Okay, if you want to
yeah,
try to gain that edge, go for it. Go ahead and do
hmm
that. But I can tell you that eventually someone's going, if you get caught doing it at whatever place, they're basically going to tell you, get out, don't come back in, or they're going to be like, hey buddy, how you doing? And they do turn around and look and they're like, I got your photo now, pal. Come back in here again. We're going to have you arrested or something stupid like that. Or you need to get out because we can refuse service to anybody we wish. And
true,
we don't like serving people like you. Have a
true,
great day. And
very
then they
true.
call and complain. And then they simply just say, well, sir, I kicked them out because they had scales in their hand. Oh, well, get out of here.
Yeah,
Whatever. That's fine. It's going to happen. And then guess
yeah,
what? You do it everywhere in town, okay?
hmm
Your chances of getting Pokemarts are going to greatly decrease,
yeah,
okay? It's going to happen. But guess what? You can do something else. There's something else you can do.
hmm.
You can buy an entire pack, buy an entire box, an entire case of Pokemon cards
hmm
online, bring it home, weigh it, weigh the ones that you want, and then turn around and sell all the individual ones still
That's true.
unopened as well. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
So what's the difference then of like someone doing it in the store versus doing it at home? They're still doing it the another unethical way.
It's
And
still
now
unethical, but
yeah,
at least now doing it at home, you're not getting kicked out of a freaking
yeah.
GameStop, man. And
I
then
think
and then
it's
again,
just
you can just turn
weird.
around and be like, you know what? I'm going to sell these Pokemon. You go on eBay. I have Pokemon cards to
Yeah,
sell. I'm selling individual packages
yeah,
for X amount of dollars, which is
yeah,
under cost,
yeah.
and you just try to make back the same that you get for the whole case that you bought, and hopefully it pays for itself. You know what I mean? Then you could turn it into a
Yeah.
nice little scheme right there. Hey,
Right.
came up with a really great idea.
Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, well, I certainly don't condone what the scalpers do. I think more power to them for figuring out, that you can just weigh these packs, and it's the fact that retailers haven't done anything except for like apparently now, like at least in GameStop's case, it's like that's on the retailer. I mean,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
should have always had that in their policies. They should
Yeah.
have like had their training for their employees to know to look for that stuff if they really care to that extent. I
Right.
mean, I don't know. It's it is a hard one for me. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I get it.
Yeah,
There's good and bad to both
yeah,
sides of this one. I get it.
yeah,
But at the same time, I mean, look, you go into like a Target or something like that, they usually don't have the Pokemon cards out for just general use anymore. They're usually
right.
close by to the registers or something like that.
Yeah,
And there's always somebody standing over that spot
yeah,
to keep an eye on it or whatever, because there's going to be people that just go grab a pack and then walk away. And then it's like, okay, whatever phrase they use over the intercom. And next thing you know, they're tracking that dude around the store for
hmm
a freaking Pokemon card. I get it. They're not supposed to be stealing. So, hey. But, if there's somebody
yeah,
walks around and just tries to use scales for it or whatever, dude, they're not going to say a daggone thing at that point.
exactly.
Especially some of the bigger shops are not going to do that. But GameStop, go for it, buddy. You want to be
Yeah,
that guy, go ahead and be that guy. I'm
GameStop
not
has always
saying
done weird things, though.
I'm not saying that GameStop is wrong. I'm also not saying GameStop is right.
Right.
I personally think that it is just frowned upon. And
Yeah,
again, you can be like them. That's fine. You want to go ahead and do that? Go ahead and do that. But,
yeah.
yeah,
But exactly, it's like how I don't know. This is strange. It's just strange. I mean, it's been a thing for for, again, I keep saying it's been a thing for decades and decades, but I mean, I understand it now because of the fact that, like they said at the beginning, $11.8 billion, and that was as of November 2025. It's probably only just grown more.
It's made $11.8 billion from something that started 30 years ago. Or even longer than that, isn't it? It's been 30 years, 35 years, 40 years.
Oh, quite a while.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's just with social media, and like you see it all the time. There's like whole entire, like on Whatnot, whole entire streams dedicated to people just literally opening up packs and selling the cards as they are. It's like, I'm going to open up this pack. There's a rare one inside, whatever. All right, who's going to bid for blah, blah, blah. It's a whole market that just exploded because of all these platforms they have with Whatnot and TikTok, and it's everywhere. Online marketplaces and auctions is not just eBay anymore. You have it everywhere, and it's just interesting to see how this market has just exploded, and so has these scalpers.
Yep. According to a quick AI search here, the most expensive Pokemon card is Pikachu Illustrator, which sold for $16.5 million in February 2026, breaking the world record of the most expensive trading card ever sold. Owned by Logan Paul, this 1998 Holo PSA 10 gem mint card is considered the holy grail of collecting.
Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing that too, where GameStop said on their Facebook, because they also posted it out there, and they said, "Yeah, we're not ever making an offer on that card by Logan Paul." It's like straight up, they don't want it because they don't like Logan Paul, which I understand it. Logan Paul's like, it's like
he previously bought this same card for $5.275 million in 2021, and then turned around and sold it for this year for 16.5. He tripled his profit.
Yeah, more power to him. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. He is a businessman. Given that, he's an idiot, but he's a businessman. And then also remember that one time it was like, this is kind of related to that other older article that we did. The flaming hot Cheeto looks like Charizard.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, a little bit of a callback. Everybody go back and watch that episode. If you know what episode it is, you find it, let us know in our YouTube or Facebook comments. Let us know where it is, because I certainly don't remember.
I don't remember it either. Nah, it's somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. But anyway.
Episode,
Yeah. Episode to be inserted here. All right.
That's right.
I'm not going to do that. Anyway, that's it for the first article. Mitch, what do we have for our next one, sir?
All right. This one I have from UPI. I don't know what UPI exactly stands for, but this comes from a couple days ago. It says, Judge rejects lawsuit over Buffalo Wild Wings boneless wings. So, an Illinois judge ruled against a Chicago man who sued Buffalo Wild Wings, alleging the chain's use of the term boneless wings was deceptive marketing. Ayman Halim filed a lawsuit against BWW in March 2023, challenging what he called the false and deceptive marketing and advertising of Buffalo Wild Wings boneless wings. The suit alleged the product's name misleads customers into thinking they are made of deboned chicken wing meat rather than fried chicken breast meat. Specifically, the name and description of the products, i.e. as boneless wings, leads reasonable consumers to believe the products are actually chicken wings, the complaint said. Halim claimed he purchased a serving of boneless wings and would not have done so if he had known they weren't made of wing meat. BWW responded to the lawsuit in a 2023 tweet. It's true, our boneless wings are all white meat chicken. Our hamburgers contain no ham. Our buffalo wings are 0% buffalo, the company said. U.S. District Judge John Tharp Jr. issued a ruling on Tuesday rejecting Halim's complaint. Boneless wings are not a niche product for which a consumer would need to do extensive research to figure out the truth. Instead, boneless wings is a common term that has existed for over 2 decades, Tharp wrote in his ruling. The ruling rejected Halim's claim that the marketing is misleading. Despite his best efforts, Halim did not drum up enough factual allegations to state a claim. Though he has a standing to bring the claim because he plausibly alleged economic injury, he does not plausibly allege that reasonable consumers are fooled by BWW's use of the term boneless wings. Tharp said Halim can modify and refile his claim by March 20th. Accordingly, although it's difficult to imagine that Halim can provide additional facts about his experience that would demonstrate that BWW is committing a deceptive act by calling its nuggets boneless wings, but the court will give him leave to try. Any amended complaint is due by March 2nd, 2026, the ruling states. Buffalo Wild Wings celebrated the ruling on social media Thursday. They're called boneless wings and will forever be called boneless wings, the company tweeted.
And also just a little amendment to that. Any amended complaint is due by March 20th, 2026.
No, it said?
You said March 2nd.
Oh, I'm sorry, March 20th. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I said the first time it said March 20th.
You did say that, yeah. We said in the sense of both. Anyway, I get this. I understand. I think it's kind of frivolous on his side. He's probably just trying to make money because, I mean, for him to say, like, I would have never ordered these if I knew they were, like, come on, man, you're not an idiot. Or maybe you are. I don't know. I don't know anything about Amen Halim. Maybe he really is that stupid. But this is more than just Buffalo Wild Wings. It's weird that he's going after them, I guess, because they have, they're a chain restaurant. They got a lot of money. But,
that's right.
I mean, even boneless wings that you get from, like, the
they're called stores, boneless wings. Yep.
Boneless wings, but
that's right.
In the case of I think it's Tyson or something,
yep.
they don't say wings. They say WYNGS or WYNGZ.
Right,
that gets around the part of people calling it wing.
Yep. Or wangs.
Wangs, right? Yeah, right. It's like this is interesting. This is an interesting one to bring up because that's always been a topic of debate for a lot of people.
Oh, jeez. They're adult chicken nuggets, okay?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we went round and round with this with my cousins a good while back, and basically a boneless chicken wing is just a adult chicken nugget. That's all it is. Just a chicken strip with sauce on it, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just an adult chicken nugget.
At the heart of this, it's true. It's like there was never, in that wing in particular, there was never a bone that was meant to be there the whole way through. A wing is always meant to have a bone in it.
Right.
To call it deboned, it's like, it was deboned a long time before it was ever meant to be a wing.
Well, there's a difference there. If you say deboned wings, then I would expect to have the same meat from a deboned wing. But if these are boneless wings, it's just it's just an adult chicken nugget. Come on, enjoy it. Cut it up. Put it, cut it up. Don't cut it up. I don't care what you do. Just eat it. And if you enjoy it, great. If you don't, then don't buy it again. Just don't get it again.
I don't even understand why they even call them wings, boneless wings to begin with. It's like, I mean, like the judge said, has been out there for decades.
The chicken nugget sounds like a kid's thing.
Who cares?
It sounds
nugget.
like a kid. Who gives a shit? Sounds like a kid's thing.
Who cares if it sounds like a kid's thing?
Chicken nuggets were always set up as a kid's thing. So
stupid.
Why is an adult going to want to sit there and eat?
I'm an adult. I'm an adult who eats chicken nuggets, and I don't give a shit. I mean, you know what? If chicken is chicken, it's just fucking chicken. Everybody eats chicken.
I get it.
Who gives a crap? This is stupid. I hate. I don't know.
Marketing,
and it's stupid ass marketing.
Marketing. It's marketing.
I don't think it's stupid enough to file a lawsuit like this guy.
A boneless chicken wing sounds better than a chicken nugget.
For me, who just eats chicken, I don't give a shit as long as it's cooked. I'm not gonna eat raw chicken. As long as it's just cooked, fine.
Mm-hmm. Got to do it.
This was sponsored by the company though by Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah. Our boneless wings are all white meat chicken. It's like this.
Right. Would it be fair to say here that this is a frivolous lawsuit?
This one, yes, more so than the one that's the famous frivolous lawsuit, which is the lady with the hot coffee from McDonald's, because that was blown way out of proportion by the media and by the lawyers. It's like no. She actually had like
in her lap,
second, third degree burns from the hottest fuck coffee. She was an old lady. Her pants were stuck to her legs because of how badly burned she was. That was hot coffee. And then and then everybody in the media is like, she just couldn't hold her coffee and she spilled it all over herself. She's an idiot. No,
she got physically hurt by that. I mean, it was terrible.
She got injured really badly. This old lady, and I feel 100%. Bad for her.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel horrible.
That was not a frivolous lawsuit. This one is.
and that also says to me that coffee machine was way too
hot.
I'm just saying. I mean, and you can. I mean, some of them you can have settings on there. Others you can't. And they're at the same time. I mean, I realize that some coffee machines are going to be that scalding hot. They are. They're just
Mm-hmm.
going. They're going to be cold. They're going to be extremely hot. I mean, whenever I used to work for Ecker Drugs, I don't know what. I don't know how it worked. My boss convinced a vendor to bring coffee into the store, and he would try to sell coffee.
Hmm.
He would try to sell. No, he just didn't want to pay for coffee, so he got the company to pay for the coffee. That's literally what happened. He would
Huh.
say, "Oh, I'm selling coffee for 50 cents and we can write it off like this." And dude, he got it. He put it on the shelf for about a month and then it just stayed in the back room. The whole system. And he got coffee brought every single week and didn't care. Coffee and creamer. And I was like, "Cool. I'd like some chocolate creamer, please." And honest to God, it was like 50 cents a cup. I gave like $5 every week just for
Did
coffee.
you?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I did. I gave $5 every week for coffee, and I told I was like, here you go. Here's my $5 for the week because I'd get paid on whatever day it was, and then the very next day I would have $5. I like here's my $5 for the week for
See
coffee.
what I do for coffee is I go to the shared pods that's on someone's desk and I go take those pods and then they don't have a problem because they never say anything to me. So clearly it's fine, right?
That's right. That's right.
If you remember that reference, also
Yeah, I do.
Let
I
us
remember
know,
that one.
Let
Yep.
us know on our Facebook where that's from. All
That's right.
That'll
That's
be
right.
fun. That'll be fun.
But still, man, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this again, this whole lawsuit that this guy's bringing up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look, you're making a mountain out of a molehill here. It's an adult chicken nugget. Eat it, enjoy it for what it is. And I realize that somebody's saying it's a boneless chicken wing, but come on, come on.
Yeah. Yeah,
You really-
it's frivolous. It's not. It was never going to work anyway. I understand it to a certain extent, but it's not worth a lawsuit. No.
I can't wait to see if this guy actually amends it to try and go even further with it. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
He gets a petition and gets like a bunch of other people to sign. It's like, see, all these
Sure.
people agree with me.
Class action, baby.
Yeah,
We're gonna bring a
class
class action now.
It could be.
Nope, not
Could
gonna
be.
happen. Not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't know.
Not happening.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have to keep tabs on this one because that's
Sure.
Maybe he will because he has until March 20th. You
That's
got
right.
a little bit of time.
March 20. Yep, you got
Yep.
a little less than a month, buddy.
Yep.
Let's see what you and your lawyers can come up with.
Yeah.
Hopefully something great.
And that's the other thing too. Is like I'm assuming these lawyers are doing it pro bono. Maybe they thought he really had a case. Like, yeah, we get all this money, or is he paying out of his own pocket for these lawyers for this stupid ass
I
lawsuit?
have no idea.
I hope he's not
if-
paying
if
out
I-
of his pocket.
Oh
That's stupid.
man, I'll tell you. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be up the creek without a paddle
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
I'm
these
just saying.
those lawyers are. If he's paying for it, man, they're just taking him down the river, man. It's like, yeah,
Yep.
no,
But just think of it this way: it's taken him almost 3 years
yeah,
to get this through the courts.
yeah.
To finally get a judge to say
2023.
thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. I mean, the judge is right. It has been around for decades, and
I mean,
for this guy
yep.
just bring it up, it's like, I mean, I'm sure most people have the same complaint, but like to make it a lawsuit again, it's really stupid. It should have been a lawsuit from the first time someone called them boneless wings. To say
Yep.
it now when it's been
Yep.
established as a known term is
Yep.
stupid.
Yep, I agree.
Honestly.
I agree.
But if he makes the money, hey man, give us some money. We could use it. Yeah, Amy Halim. Yeah, just give us some money, man. That's fine.
Yep.
We'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I'll be a hashtag team not. I don't know what you would say that is because it's not team boneless. He doesn't like that.
Team fakewings.com.
Yeah,
I don't
team
know.
anti BWW. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, is
I
that
was
different
never
from
up-
BBW? Big Beautiful Women? That's different, right?
Yes, that is.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
that is a little different from BBW.
All right,
BWW
sure.
is way different from
Yeah,
BBW.
I guess it
yes,
is.
100%. Mhm.
But you can
Yep.
find some BBWs at the BWW,
You probably can.
and they're probably watching WWE.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Or NFL or NBA or
That's right.
ESPN
That's right.
or even GOLF.
Yeah, GOLF. Is that how they call it? Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I'm just
sure.
making it up. F1.
F1, or they're watching on NBC, ABC, CBS, FOX.
Everybody's got to have it. Everybody's got to have a 3-letter, 4-letter word, don't you?
That's right. That's right. And ours is FUC.
That's-
okay. You
There
ever
you
seen
go.
that? You ever seen that old skit from Saturday Night Live where it's like they're supposed to be like a kids show, and it's Tim Meadows and like this is like old, like Tim Meadows, Will Ferrell, Anna Gasteyer, and like some other people, and like the three that are there have like U, C, and K, and they're like, oh, we're gonna spell a word. It's like, come, here comes our friend, and he's got the F on it, Will Ferrell, and he's at the end, and he just started moving to the front, and then Tim Meadows like tackles him. No, this is for the children's show. It's like no, it's a very funny skit. I'll probably post that. That'll be our thing for the little teaser for the episodes. Like, how does this relate?
There you go.
Find out by listening to this episode.
There you go.
That's a very funny skit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that one now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, that's very good. It's not quite the golden age of Saturday Night Live.
SNL.
It's one of them. It was one of them.
Well, I'm sorry. To me, golden age of SNL was the '80s. In my mind.
Oh yeah. Aykroyd and Murphy,
Eddie,
and
yep,
yeah, all of them.
Yep,
that's very good too. James Curtin.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, Dave and I were talking about that not too long ago too.
About
the old days. You know, the original cast of SNL was just like 6 people. It wasn't even that many people. Yeah. And then Dave was like, "That's not true." It's like, "No, let me read you out the list." It's like, "Oh wow, yeah."
Yep.
The
very small group.
Original group. Yeah. Who knew that they were going to create such a cultural phenomenon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
Still, even today, even though it's not as great today because they lost a lot of people. I mean, I think Keenan's still there, but they got the people. It's just
they'll find some more again.
They'll find their groove. They'll
find the groove again, and they'll start bringing out some good stuff again, and it'll all work itself out.
It'll work itself out. I mean, Lorne Michaels has been there for so long. He's like, he knows comedy, so he's gonna find a way to make it funny again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. Yeah. We'll see.
Maybe. I mean, maybe they'll just say, you know what, screw it. I've been doing this so long. I'm retired.
You never know.
You never know. I mean, he certainly got the money. He always name dropped all the celebrities.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough waffling, and that's enough for this you call news, and that's enough for this episode altogether. That's another great one.
Kick that can down the road, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. Kick that can down the road, and hopefully no one drives over it. All right.
There you go.
As always, my name is Jay.
And I'm Mitch.
Love, peace, and respect. We'll catch y'all right here again on the next episode of Lumpy and Lotkeys.
Bye for now.
If you should or would like to contact us, please find us at our Facebook page, Lumpia and Lotkeys. We will be glad to hear from you.